So 4 verts, this is simply too high, bend, so our quarterback, and he can lean those shoulders one way or the other, but if your quicker receiver is the H, and you can get that front left shoulder of your quarterback leaning towards the Y, and that free just angles a little bit, you can throw that whole shot, but throw it on a rope to the H. And I think that's really difficult to defend. If you get, at this point, if it's covered 0, it's just you got to figure out the matchup. He's going over the top with the 4 verts. So restack, pat, and go.
Let's go.
So I'll go over this again. So one of the practice drills that we do.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Our quarterback and the receiver were on the hash, and they're either going to inside or outside release, but they're going to restack. And right now, it looks like he's right on the numbers. He could be on the bottom, but they're going to restack because I don't want the ball going over here into the bench side. Again, if you beat the defensive back and the quarterback throws, it's like the long foul ball in baseball, and everybody goes, oh, man, just missed the foul ball. And that, to me, is a big coaching error. So you have to coach it hard as to where you want them, the landmarks. I've had the pleasure of coaching in all-star games over my career and asking, throwing fade balls, and guys will just arc release and run right down and be in the middle of the bottom of the numbers to the sideline. I'm like, guys, that doesn't work because the quarterback doesn't always know where you're going to be. So we're going to work to get to the bottom of the numbers. And then if the quarterback throws them out a little bit, you got room to play with there. So we stack it and we're just dropping the ball. So he's catching it right on the bottom of the numbers. Simple route, off pat and go, but you've got to drill it. And we do that at least twice a week. Trash can drill. This is a earmark from the air raid. I got this one from the mummy tree. This is my quarterback, Bo Probola. And you can see his accuracy. So he's just basically taking a pivot step and throwing. And so we're inside the 20, working the back pylon, and you can really, really work accuracy. I bought a couple cans from Home Depot, and my daughter put this. So what I did, I'll back that up again to show, is on the can itself, at the bottom is a 1, and we used our helmet tape because it's that chrome so the quarterbacks see it. So we do a competition. I bring out the pylons every day for practice. Well, the quarterbacks have to bring them back in. So what we do is whoever loses this drill, or the winner for sure, doesn't have to bring the pylons in, so it gets really competitive, or we'll do push-ups or whatever it may be. But we're working for a landmark. So inside the 20, it's back pylon. There's a 1. Halfway up the barrel is a 2, again, from the helmet tape. A 3. If they hit the top, it would be a 4, or the lip of the barrel. If it goes in, it's a 5. So we bank points, and they get really ultra competitive. So when you see it, so that's nothing, even though right over the top, because the can is only 3 feet high. So if they go right over the top, like that ball's a touchdown right in stride. But if they want to absolutely put it right in, again, those are probably all touchdown throws. Getting light on the feet. That would be a 3. And I believe on his last one, that would be the 5. So that's what we're trying to do. And you can get better and better. Do private lessons with quarterbacks and throwing long ball. And by the time they leave, their parents, the kids are usually saying, can we stop and buy a barrel when we get home? Because they can go out in their yard and work on that. Just like if you went out in your backyard and you worked on your foul shot or your 3-point shot. But quarterbacks can do that without needing a teammate. The next part, we'll go 4 verts, and I'll have 4 quarterbacks out. We'll work the 3x1. This is 2x2, and I have it with the 3x1. We missed one of them. We missed the inside receiver. That's more or less on the inside receiver running back instead of sprinting down the field looking over his shoulder. The other completions are all there for touchdowns. We drill that. We just work, again, long ball. Who doesn't like to work on long throws? So getting back to top, I'm going to back this up. I apologize for the noise. This is where I would like to, and I'm going to try, see if I can get rid of that again, guys. It will not. Sorry. So this is the 99 and I mean, it's an inch from the goal line. We held them on 3rd and 4th down. So we're in a 3-by-1 set, but knowing that you're going to get pressure, you could see pre-snap, they're bringing at least 6. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7. And one may bail out here and they're manned up saying, we're going to sack you for a safety. We work on this, and what was bizarre is we called a timeout, and I said, guys, we're going to throw a 99-yard touchdown. They're like, well, coach, how do you know that? I said, guys, you do this you do it every offensive day. I script it, and we will throw a deep ball from either side every day. Now, when I told Bo on the throw, I thought we'd get the 3-by-1 to the sideline. It's a 6'4" wideout that can run. He made me right. I was wrong with that read. He ends up hitting the slot here for a touchdown. The Y does a heck of a job picking up a great linebacker off the blitz. So we bring him in and we keep the back in, but we're going to work on this. So this would be the area. No holding, coach, because that play would have been called back with a safety. So we work really hard on that part. But if you expect to throw these and have success, you got to do that. This to me is easier than mesh, as I talked about in the first hour. It is hard to pick up all that stuff. But if you max protect and you work your throws, you can throw deep ball. Here is a sprint out, keeping the backside tight end in versus too high. You know, you can see the umbrella coverage look right there, and our good receiver, just outruns this corner. So it almost looks like it's a man under 2 D. He loses them, and, we just drop it in. But we work on it. When we do flood route, even if you're not a drop back deep ball team and you're a wing T team on this presentation, if you run sprint out, which most of us run at this point, even though we could have 3 in this route, I always tell them, look high first, because you can't bypass a home run, a touchdown. And we didn't do that here. So you got to look for your deep ball if you want to be able to throw these types of throws. So we do have 3 out. We have our flood, so we have a razor bubble. We have a bender here by the number 3, running a sail route, and we just beat them on coverage. So how do you do that? You do it by just working the reps. It's not a call I don't think you can make in the game and expect your quarterback just to go out and do that. Single receiver side. And again, man, if it doesn't come out and I can get you these clips, I would be happy to. I apologize if it's choppy from your end. Unfortunately, it's not here. So this particular play, guys, is a quad set. So we don't have, and I ran the first play. You can see it's 2nd and 1. So we ran the quad set through a now screen out to the back. He's waiting for it again. One thing I did learn from Tony Franklin is repeat good plays. So we ran a play again, and they get to us because we can only protect with 5. He could have thrown it over here to the quad set, but he looks at the one-on-one coverage, and for some reason, the safety gets back in the box, so it's too high, and we have angles. So our alignment's inside, so we have grass to run. Now we're just working angles. So we work hash to numbers to the sideline. So the success was, yes, it was a great throw, but it was more or less on the receiver. He brings it inside, he works the field, and it's a successful play based on drilling, repping it.